Hey, what's up, Everione? Welcome back to the channel.
If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our basketball breakdowns. So today we need to talk about what might be the absolute worst Caitlin Clark take I've seen yet. And trust me, I've seen some doozies. This one genuinely had me scratching my head because it shows such a fundamental misunderstanding of basketball as a sport. Before I dive in, quick question. Have you noticed how people who clearly don't watch basketball suddenly have the strongest opinions about Caitlin Clark? Drop a comment below if you've noticed this too. So here's the deal. I came across this post showing Caitlin Clark holding what these critics are calling her viewership trophy. They're trying to mock her for being popular but not winning enough. But here's the kicker. The trophy she's holding in this image? It's literally the U19 World Cup MVP trophy. Not some made-up viewership award, the actual World Cup. You know, that little international tournament where the best players from around the globe compete? This is the same tournament that still haunts superstars like Victor Wembanyama because of what happened in the finals. That's how significant this competition is in the basketball world.
And Clark dominated it.
Let's talk about this ridiculous idea that what you win before the pros somehow defines your entire legacy. Since when do we judge NBA players by their college accomplishments? Does anyone seriously diminish Carmelo Anthony's NBA career because of what happened after Syracuse?
Of course not.
When evaluating pro talent, we look at their pro career, full stop. It's like this weird ladder of relevance in basketball. What you did in middle school doesn't matter once you're in high school. High school accomplishments fade once you hit college. And college success, while great, means very little once you're in the pros. Just ask Julian Newman. Kid was a middle school phenom, but that doesn't mean anything now that his age group includes Paolo Banchero in the NBA. The anti-Clark crowd keeps moving the goalposts, and it's getting ridiculous. They're now reaching back to high school saying, well, she lost to Jada Jimmy in high school, so clearly she's not that good.
Are you serious?
Jada Jimmy literally averages 1 point per game at Iowa. If you see her on the court, you know the game is either completely won or completely lost. And look, I've become a bigger fan of women's basketball over the past year. The game is growing, it's exciting, and as someone who played internationally, I can tell you the level of play is impressive. I had this exact conversation with a buddy who played professionally in Germany's third tier. We both grew up watching the Irish Super League, and honestly, the difference between that and the WNBA isn't as vast as some people want you to believe. What blows my mind about Clark is the viewership numbers. We've literally never seen anything like this in basketball before. When she plays, viewership doubles compared to any other player. That kind of star power is unprecedented outside of maybe Tiger Woods or Usain Bolt. Not even Serena Williams had that kind of viewership gap over the next most popular player in her sport. And yes, Angel Reese and Cameron Brink get more viewers than Aya Wilson, but Maria Sharapova was pulling similar numbers to Serena in her prime. What we're seeing with Clark is completely different. Let's talk about college championships for a second. They're great achievements, absolutely. But history is full of incredible college players who won national championships and then barely made a dent in the pros. I looked up the Final Four most outstanding players list. Chloe Jackson was one. She played a total of 8 WNBA games. 8. A national championship is an amazing accomplishment, but it doesn't guarantee pro success. If we're being honest, until Paige Bueckers sets foot in the WNBA, makes an all-W first team, or gets further in the playoffs than the Dallas Wings, comparing her accomplishments to Clark's pro impact is completely premature. Both are fantastic players with bright futures, but let's judge them on the same playing field. I'll give you another example. People argue NaLyssa Smith is better than Maddie Siegrist because Smith has a national championship. But Smith was coming off the bench averaging 8 points during that championship run. Meanwhile, Siegrist was the leading scorer in NCAA Division I and got Villanova to the Elite Eight. In the pros, they're putting up similar numbers, but Smith might be the worst defender in the W, while Siegrist at least doesn't get in her teammates' way. This happens in men's basketball too. People criticize Cooper Flagg despite his accomplishments because he's 18 years old playing against grown men thanks to the transfer portal and COVID eligibility extensions. The competition level is completely different. From my own experience, I won 2 Irish national cups in my career.
My housemate lost 3 finals.
Guess what? He went on to play semi-pro with offers in Europe, while I retired at 22. Those cups didn't define our basketball abilities or potential. The Twitter narrative has become the prevailing narrative in basketball discussions, and it's obvious these critics don't actually watch the games. They don't understand the sport. They just don't like Caitlin Clark, and they'll use any mental gymnastics necessary to diminish what she's accomplishing. Anyway, That's my take on this ridiculous situation. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and hit me up in the comments with your thoughts. Are you tired of these bad Caitlin Clark takes too?
Let me nobelo.
Until next time, I'll catch you all later.